That's awesome, man.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, how do I get your job?
Bitte stellen Sie sicher, dass Kinder während dem ganzen Platz stets von einem Erwachsenen drauf sind.
Hey, Dad.
Bitte benutzen Sie bereits.
What are we doing? Where are we?
We're just outside of Queenstown. We just departed just in time, had to ride to catch a coal-fired, I'm presuming, steamship. I don't even know the name of it, and we didn't have a chance to get a picture of it. That's how behind schedule we were, but we just made it.
Yeah, we're on the Earnslaw, a coal steamer, clearly functioning, coming across Lake Wakatipu, and you can see the Remarkables up there with Queens Drive. How did, this goes for yourself too, but yeah, I'll ask this first. How did your parents change as they aged?
Well, I think my dad mellowed out a lot.
Yeah.
The older, I listened to the stories from the older siblings. I had often thought that, man, we didn't have the same thought.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that too.
Yeah. I don't know that Mom changed so much. She
Really?
got, yeah. She got kind of needier as she got older. But I was the youngest of 10 boys and 2 girls, and the last of her babies moving away. So that was understandable, and I understood it at the time too.
What's one thing your parents always used to tell you growing up that turned out to be true? That maybe when you were younger, you're like, you know what you're talking about.
My dad, Nike stole this from him.
Yeah.
My dad always used to say, just do it. And I would have a tendency to overthink everything. And he'd say, don't think about it, just do it. And he said that all the time. Yeah, we should sue Nike for copyright infringement.
How has, this is kind of a philosophical question, how has your idea of what it means to be a man changed over the span of your life?
Well, I don't know about over the span of my life, but it all changed when I became a father. So, once you're responsible for someone else, then everything.
That's a good answer. What's the best gift you've ever received in your life?
Of course, my kid.
I know what the first best gift is, and I know what the second best gift is.
Well, we'll put them in chronological order, but we're not putting first best.
No, that's
and second
I already
best.
know it's order hierarchy. It's fine. We all know this.
Yeah, okay. And then the other best gift was when I didn't even know it until I was an adult, but Uncle Steve bought me and Daryl that mini bike.
Oh yeah.
That was, man, that was Christmas in the middle of summer. It was unbelievable.
How old are you, and what was that?
I thought I was younger, but I must have been about 8 years old, because that's when the Honda 50 mini trails come on. And Stefan picked it up in Pennsylvania. They had these little mini bikes advertised in like Popular Mechanics where you could make payments on them. I wanted to make payments on one. My dad wouldn't let me. They were $129. And they're a piece of crap compared to what we got. So yeah, that was really cool.
That's pretty cool. I remember he mentioned that to me before, actually. That was a fond memory.
Stefan did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was an adult. I didn't even know he's the one that bought it. I thought my dad bought it.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So where's that bike now?
Still have... Remember that little mini bike at Danny's?
The little tiny one with the white gas tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's the soul of it. That's most of the. That's most of that mini bike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So you still have it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
And that's most of the parts off that mini bike except for the motor and the frame. But I still have the frame, the original frame.
Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know that. What are 3 of the happiest moments in your life so far? Again, I imagine I know 2 of them, but...
So yeah, you gotta exclude those ones.
Yeah, okay, yes, excluding
You know,
having
okay,
kids.
excluding meeting your mom and having my 2 kids. Those are the 3. Other than that, man, oh man. Getting my mini bike, buying my Harley Sportster when I was home on leave in the service,
Oh, that's a good one.
and my parents helped with that, and so did Daryl. Yeah, we'll just go with 2 for now.
What is one of the things you would always wanted to do your whole life? Never got to do it, but you made it happen.
Well, I don't know that I made it happen, but there's 2 things: panning for gold and riding in a hot air balloon.
Oh, yeah. You think today's parents have it harder, easier, or just different than parents of yesteryear?
Way more difficult.
Why?
Well, because of the way it's situated, everything costs so much. Parents don't, I mean, both parents have to work for a living, and they don't get to spend as much time with the kids. You know, your mom and I, we fell into that category where we both had to pretty much work. Back in the day, they had different difficulties, but there was always one of the parents with the children. So that's why I think it's more difficult. The parents just don't get enough time to spend with the kids, and they're have to leave it to like the school and the state to basically raise their children. It's tough.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's quite true. The cost of living is so much higher, but life is so much faster and busier, and it's just.
Well, look at the fact that, okay, 10 boys, 2 girls in my family. My mom took care of the kids full time, and my parents bought a home and land off of seasonal employment. I mean, granted, it was construction work and it paid good, but
Oh, they did too. That's incredible, actually.
it is. Try that nowadays.
Kind of unimaginable. You have to work your whole life to pay for a house,
Yeah.
which sucks.
And I guess on that deal though, that Stefan and Kenneth both kicked in to help buy the farm.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was a down payment or if they even made payments on it. I don't even know.
What did they pay for it even initially?
$3,500.
For how many acres?
160 acres.
An enormous boarding house and the garage basically was a boarding house, right?
That was a store.
Store. Okay.
The house was a boarding house.
Right. So all of that. What would that be in today's dollars? $3,500.
I have no idea. It was they bought it in 1965 though, so.
Oh, really? That's that recent. It's not that long ago.
So it'd be just a quick Google search.
Wow, that's incredible.
But we didn't have a good well, and there's no
Mhm.
septic. We had an outhouse. It had the actual Frankenstein wiring with the porcelain with the wires wrapped around them with the
Oh.
Frankenstein switches for lights.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah.
It is kind of a unique place. I remember on like the downstairs log. I remember there was all the plasterboard, or was it sheetrock?
Plaster.
Some kind of like. But I remember there used to be all this kind of green, light lime green plaster, right?
Greenish. It's probably
Greenish.
mold.
I remember everybody tearing it all off and then exposing the inner logs, and the logs downstairs were sawn, and the logs upstairs were hewn. I don't know why. The sawn would have looked better, so just aesthetically, they probably would have put those downstairs. But
Well, I think it was built at different times,
the upstairs and downstairs.
and I think the basement was built at a different time. I think the date in the basement concrete is 1924, and we always thought that the building itself was built earlier than that.